Start the 1212 gateway. We'd like to bring in the higher beings to get this evening started. I was going to be working from the church this evening, but they gave me that it would be better for everyone comfortable state and stay in that higher. The information that's going to be coming in tonight is relatively high in the many edge of vibrational information, and it'll be a lot easier for you to just be in a state of comfort. I have the crystals with me tonight. I do have the crystal energies working inside, and we'll get started. It's probably going to be about a 40-minute information on how they further our energies. Okay? 1212 gateway ushers into alignment. The higher adjustments of the higher beings in strands from health dimension, but various dimensions. Brought in at midnight last night. It was actually 12 when they brought in of a presence of 12 stranded beings in a outer conscious body around the grid systems of the planet, in very high stranded above her, and the all-knowing mind of the all-knowing master of many of the crystal soul beings, of which into have been to unfold through the information that will be released and infused, as well as preparing you for the solstice coming in this severe frequency, calming, and it's a very high state of do is back and relax. Going to set you into a state of stillness. The beings come in on a higher vibration, and in order for that to a stillness state, you need to move into a very quiet state. We're going to bring that in right now. Body. Simply close your eyes. And she put relax the shoulders. Relax the elbows. Take 3 deep breaths and hold each one for 6 seconds. And in the first deep breath, I'd like you to just relax your legs. Another deep breath, relax the lower back. Breath down into the lower torso, that spinal column. And breathe in deeply into the heart chakra. It is becoming completely relaxed, as is your neck. And as you're sitting there very peacefully, I want you to begin pulling in light or strand or a silver thread coming down from the higher ninth chakra, from the high universal grid system. Align it with diamond frequencies and allow it to just sweep gently down through the eighth chakra and settle down onto the crown chakra. Allow it to begin pouring into the inner head, into the pineal, breathing now into your entire body. Just allowing that energy that's in the pineal, third eye, back of the head, back of the neck, to gently form a light sphere within all those chakras within the head. As you continue breathing deeply in the lower abdominal area, pulling this light and radiating it directly through your entire body. Let it saturate all the cellular structure, muscle tissues, bones. Relax the shoulders a bit more. Relax your elbows and your wrists and just feel the essence of the presence of a very gentle frequency around you now. In the essence of many crystallite pyramids, a matrix of light systems around the back of the neck, and down the spinal column at the back, holding you in place, while your foot chakras are anchoring their grids, tuning vibrations of that same light body down into Gaia. You are being anchored and polarized so that during this 12-12 gateway, a year of oneness, you will become anchored yet harmonically amplified into the higher grid systems consciousness of these beings that are here and now arriving on the planet. So they asked me to bring in a message from the higher beings that stood in corridors and in symphonies of light above and beyond this planet, yet transmitting into many of our own grid systems within our body and that of others' energies within us that we are connected to. So as you are moving into this higher state of knowingness in this year of oneness, gateway of the year is amplifying a higher state of freedom. It is bringing in a higher state of elevations. And so the message came in with some questions as to what is it that is happening on the planet? What is it that this final gateway of 12-12 is bringing us? And how is it preparing us for solstice? It would appear that 2017 has been a very, very heightened vibrational, magnetic year of higher dimensions flowing through me, flowing through you, flowing through all kingdoms, preparing us for 2018. And it had been delivered back in the summer solstice that the 1212 gateway and the winter solstice would be an amplification of purifying our souls to connecting to higher grid systems and higher soul systems for 2018. And so we had to put a bayeti in shukura bayetina. We're bringing in at this chukura adana essence, this frequency. I'm just going to call in the masters and bring in this master message for us all. Yeah, in shukura mariachi, in shukura mariachi. We are here, child. We are arriving in stranded frequencies much greater than you humanly know. In all grid systems, in all patterns that are laying on the ley lines, portals, and systems of all other kingdoms on this planet. The anamiyat oneness of the evolutionary journey of all souls on this planet. And we are bringing higher streams of higher activities of light strands into the grid systems on the planet. And here arriving in this lunar activities in the past 3 years in 1212 gateway of a year of oneness, the amplification of preparations of the solstice of this year of oneness will be polarizing into the human form and the crystal seeds in the dimensional and ultra-dimensional solar systems. That we will be tapping into the holographic fields around all bodies, around all heads, around all hands, to be united into oneness. To those who have been shifting, elevating, and connecting to many of the webs of light that have been oscillating in the quiet fields of grid systems of the chakra holders on the planet. You too will be moving into higher states of freedom in preparation for solstice. I cannot begin to tell you how heightened and radiant your light frequencies are now. You have been adapting to the higher vibrational tones and elevations of light streams more than you well know. Master souls have connected to infinite master seeds in other grid systems beyond the beyond, have been transmitting into your human souls more perfected, more clarity. All frequencies have been adapting your crystal soul seeds that have never been adapted in the original human forms before. This is why it is so imperative that you connect through the awareness, connect through alignment, adaptive frequencies throughout all of 2018. To adapt to the higher vibrations and tones and elements of the light quotients that are around you, your awareness will be heightened. And these solar systems that are arriving on all equinox and solstices, the arrival of sonar waves of information that have been advancing you throughout 2017 and will continue the adaptive frequencies and telepathic waveforms throughout 2018. These higher beings that have arrived at 12:01 to 12:11 to 12:31 to 12:41 and delivered this message last evening. Anamaniyachi, which are lingering here and now within the crystal kingdoms, within the crystal seeds, within the crystal formats that have begun transmitting within your crystallite bodies. Your human form is moving into crystal formats. Crystal kingdoms are adapting to that radiant flow of light, more than you well know. I am here to heighten the vibrations and elements of light quotients around you. Your awareness will be heightened and will continue to move you into higher dimensions of teleportation and telepathic waveforms and vibrational essences more than ever possibly ever considered to be adapted by a human form and its soul essence. That are being delivered here and now in this 1212 gateway began when your crystal grid system began igniting of your true holiest light presence activations through pineal crystal activations and photonic light formats that you became engulfed of, gems and crystal skulls and the magnetic fields that you began breathing in, aligning, accepting, and adapting each path and gateway of this year of oneness. Are being delivered in this 1212 gateway, which will allow the grid systems of crystalline energies more delicately, those crystal seeds within the pineal, soul, heart, and coccyx area. And it will align to those dimensions light beings that are here and now, monitoring, assisting, and calibrating your soul seed's essence to their soul seeds. You and many others have been adapting into multidimensional grid systems that network through the crystal skulls, systems of pyramids and portals of light that began hovering around your head, heart, hands, and feet. Portals on the planet also have been connecting and aligning to the realms beyond the beyond, and they too have been connecting to the starships and star seeds and their systems onto the grid lines, ley lines of the planet. All has been in preparation so that your outer fields of consciousness to these 12 strands, doors of 12 dimensions that is on this 12-12 gateway, well aware that the year of oneness is coming into completion. And she Mayati Kira Mayati. I am here, child, and I am bringing in an elaborate vibration of light. Yichikurabayati Yichikuramaya. This was the year 2017. It is a year when star seeds were being awakened and acknowledged and attuned within human forms. Seeds and crystal seeds within the pineal and heart, which held their own star seed vibrations, became ignited through crystal codes of higher crystal beings. Some of the pineal seeds that were heightened states began adapting, synthesizing to the star seeds and starships that began arriving last night on the 12-12 gateway. And these new systems of the inner fields within your body that had been polarized to the outer fields of your human form have begun a heightened, so within, so without vibrational pattern and grid system, preparing you for the 21st day of solstice soon arriving. Asking these masters of light that are here, what does this mean to the hearts? What is this adjustment to the minds? As the human forms are transfiguring and moving into transcendent states of consciousness. The adjustments into crystallized formats will be imminently formatting into the many and the many more of all who are listening and adapting throughout 2018. Letting go will increase in hourly formats the dense third dimensional bodies. Their hearts and minds will be elevated simultaneously as they receive our messages, our information, our intelligent telepathic waveforms that will continue igniting, healing the bodies, and transfiguring the souls into master soul seeds. What is the one that is of oneness, that is moved out of duality, that is in harmony, is in harmonics in the other grid systems, in the other dimensions, the 12th dimension. Hearts will be expanding as you become introduced into the heart systems of the star seeds and the star seedlings of those who are dancing harmonically at this time. There are stranded quotients, stranded essences tapping into these star quotients. Here and now, and into the messages of the messengers of all crystal code seeds that are transmitting telepathically waveforms of information onto all who are here, all who are in dimensions, other planetary portals on this planet. We are in oneness, and as we are expanding our heart systems, we are being prepared to expand our human formats of our grid systems into the crystalline essences of who we truly are throughout all the energy you will find during the solstice that is soon arriving, that you will begin to understand how it is to create and recreate a format of who you are, an image, a silhouette to move out of the body, harmonically in tune, out of duality into oneness. And breathe in the essence of your crystal code of light. It is harmonically fueling of your crystal soul being that you have tapped into, synchronized into. Its shape, its form, its pattern aligns into the white strand of light that you have poured within your body and is beginning to etch its patterns of light crystals, its star seeds of intelligences are being sparked by your own seed codes that have been ignited. Breathe in the diamond frequency. As within here in your mind's eye, within your heartbeat. And your consciousness is moving into a higher state of freedom as you are adapting to the oneness frequency of this higher being of who you are. Calibrating and moving you into a higher state of freedom. The consciousness brain wave patterns will be adapting now more than ever, tonight of this year, into the superconscious mind. These telepathic waveforms that are arriving are the new waveforms that will start new eating patterns, sleeping patterns, routines, and patterning yourself into a new alignment of all knowing, all being, all feeling that you are undergoing a shift in consciousness. The new topic for all souls moving in the same transitional state of being, waveform that will allow you to move more rapidly the field of those 12 stranded beings that are ushering you into a higher 12 dimensional consciousness. This is how the main mind of the soul will align to the strand of consciousness, adapt to the intelligent code of frequency that it is shifting within your brainwave patterns, that the mind will soon become, and the essence of all being in absolute harmony moves you into the higher intelligence states. Heightened the vibrations of reality consciousness will be all that you will be breathing in, harmonically attuning to, and desiring more and more of your crystal codes of information of all intelligences. Mind will no longer be rewinding the past lifetimes, for you are moving into crystal seeds of crystal souls beyond the beyond creator body of crystalline vibrations of information, all new to the human form, to the human soul format. And it is this superconscious mind of the human conscious reincarnate mind that bows into harmonic oneness. One returns into a human form, into a human format of a crystallized being. In 2018, you will be experiencing a new crystal soul journey of enlightenment. You will be in your new crystal formats that will begin harmonically aligning to the electromagnetic fields, and the electromagnetic and radioactive minds of consciousness will begin calibrating beyond the beyond realms from your outer fields. And those grid systems from the beyond, and far off will be calibrating with your humanness souls, connecting to your master souls, master codes, a heightened state of telepathic and teleportive waveforms of consciousness. I have seen these crystalline webs of light encompassing the entire body, encompassing the outer field around the head, heart, hands, and torso. Those codons within the toxic crystal seedlings have begun igniting photonic light waveforms. So you are becoming more and more intelligent in essence, more than you know. Yet all is in harmonic bliss. All is in a highest state of love and light and light and love and light. In the Holy Christ consciousness, He fuels your body's heartbeat with love. A sphere of white light encases the entire chest template where the heart is breathing in more love, more light, more love, more light, Creator, and Christ consciousness. Igniting soul seeds within the pineal. Calibrate communicative threads in a light grid system directly to the soul seeds, directly to the heart seeds. And these quotients of strands of 12 light beings and their beams of light essences begin to assimilate patterns more rapidly around the head, around the hands, around the coccyx area and feet of all who are transfiguring and transforming on this 1212 gateway. Ni inchi inshurona bayata, the key inshu kodabayatana. Nichu Yivaniya, you and your new crystal formats will become electromagnetic fields. There will be electromagnetic essences as you evolve into radioactive pulse wave formats. 18. Ye Anamaniyachi, Yichu Koreyatirana, Ye Inchu Yishukurabaya, an electronic field will be infused and a radioactive vibration will be calibrated into the soul seeds. When they start adapting, the Ichukuramaya, you will know your transformation begins. And that time is on solstice, that many crystal souls will be adapting codes of light within the soul seeds. And the Maniyachi, the transformation more rapidly in the human forms than ever calibrated. We are in an essence of vibrations of highest light streams. Active and sonar waves are moving the electromagnetic fields in your outer fields directly into your magnetized fields within the heart rate. You have already adjusted and adapted, and the body's begun rebirthing and rejuvenating, resynthesizing new cellular patterns. Your modular and molecular form is transfiguring state. You are becoming lighter. You are diffusing emotions. You are letting go of those symptoms that were weighing the dense body into a lower frequency. Now you are adjusting and continually raising into a higher vibration. And in doing so, you are in a collective consciousness. Code seeds and many crystal code paradigms of light frequencies are beginning to move in harmonic waveforms around the body, around the head, around the hands. The grid lines and ley lines of the sacred portals on the planet. There are 12, and those 12 portals are energetic fields that have been receiving heightened transmissions of information and awakening frequencies of magnetic fields directly into Gaia's 12 portals. And those energetic fields of her 12 chakra portals have been projecting heightened vibrational telepathic frequencies directly into the crystal codes on all consciousness, living, awakening, adjusting, and becoming oneness within this planet's consciousness. The axonal and meridians, the acupuncture points, have been activated by the stardust vehicles of information. Some have seen the gold dust particles fields, the crystal skulls and crystals from the rock formations, emanating gold dust particles fields into their inner heightened crystal minds and crystal seeds. And throughout this year, arriving in 2018, the codes of consciousness will start reformatting not just the mind, the brain, the endocrine, axonal systems, nervous systems, root systems, start adjusting the molecular structure to begin expanding, amplifying new conscious intelligences into our tissues, into our organs, to become more revitalized, harmonically vibrant of intelligent light. Organs of the brain, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, and spleen will be concentrated on most often in the first 8 months of 2018. As these vital organs will be coded first with the highest photonic vibrations of light codes. In the science of the mind, the electromagnetic masters are bringing in magnetized frequencies now upon all heads. Breathing in and adapting to the peace and to the love that is permeating all 12 chakras of your solar chakra system, that is expanding the heart. These photonic vibrations will be introduced once more on solstice, or as the photons of light in form that will be rebirthed and reactivated, so that all codes of light will resonate, oscillate, a new grid system of crystalline essences in all 12 chakra points. Codes will be ignited. They, as we speak now, crown, third eye, front and back, jaw, ear, throat, front and back of the neck, the upper heart that is housing your sacred knowledge. No wisdom keepers and gatekeepers and record keepers, no portal of the body. Heart chakra, front and back, is amplified now. Anything that is tight and symptoms being revealed and exposed will be diffused and enhanced with love. Essence of love The highest stream of white light assists in expanding the tissues within the heart, within the lungs, within the brain. Yobada Yeshukur Bhaktivinoda Shurno Palm Chakra. Activate the magnetic pulse that brings static awareness fields as they dance in a harmonic attunement to these 12 master strands of light that have arrived. Their shafts of light project information directly into your pillar of light surrounding you. The codes, they know your crystals, all that you are listening of. Root chakra, activate a beam of white light from Gaia into the root chakra, into the tailbone area to ignite photonic waveforms of all intelligence seedlings area. Of rainbow frequencies, essences, and diamond frequencies ignite crystal seed activation area. DNA codons receive the photonic light wave as the heartbeat, as does the soul seeds at the back of the head and the pineal crystal seeds. Transmit telepathic waveforms of this photonic frequency into all 12 crystal portals of the human form. The structure of the tissues and the electrons in the human form to become fully infused with intelligent seedlings of your own vibration of light codes. Begins communicating through the codes of light. Codes of light arrive through photonic waveforms in many other dimensions. These telepathic waveforms heighten you into teleportive waveforms, and all crystal seedlings to all crystal grid lines, to all tissues, organs, and systems. Your body communicating through codes of light. And the brain codes will be delivered through telepathic waveforms. Crystal seedlings continue heightened vibrations of information so that you will always be in a sequence of love a sequence of information of purest form, easily adapting, easily infusing, and continually transmitting. Intelligent frequencies will be aligning to all essences, masters who assemble around your own pillar of grid system. All 12 portals of the human form, all portals of Gaia's conscious form, crystallizing, crystallining, harmonizing, and communicating through codes of consciousness, through codes of light seeds, of light codes. And all other grid systems from all other dimensions connect intelligent frequencies. 12 beings from the 12 dimensions assembling in a corridor around the entire planet. All grid systems, so that you may become love, light, and peace, human form, aligning you on this highest 12-12 gateway of resonating, radioactive, magnetically infused vibrations of light. We leave you now all crystal codes to continue assimilating into your crystal grid systems that have formatted a communication web, beings projecting 12 dimensions and beyond, 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 onto the 12 crystal portals of Gaia. You're formatting into oneness frequencies of light codes within her grid systems and within the crystal beings that you are connecting to in all realms. You too, getting information now in codes, in symbols, and patterns. And others will be able to adapt to your frequencies. They will not be infusing, they will simply be adapting to the information so that in Shikara Maria Chiranaya, Adi Shukura Maria Chirana, in perfection and always in completions. Kingdoms will be projecting around many of you, not just during this 12-12 gateway. They will project in many facets of crystals, bodies of all grid systems, more than you know, to further prepare you for solstice. In Shukuramaya Tirana, in Shukuramaya, Maya, Malaya Chen, Yachen, we leave you now complete. You will begin transforming again and transcending into light codes. Kurabaya and new preparations now as these highest masters that have the presence of my outer fields of systems, projecting love into all of your threads of pyramid formats of symbols and patterns of points and acupuncture meridian are all transmitting and transcending to the law of one and her essence of light. You should know she and you will come the master soul's presence. Feel that master breathing within you into freedom and bringing all of all virtues of who you are for the Gaia's kingdoms. And the energetic fields will be ringing louder as radioactive Yechukotaya will be enhanced throughout 2018. And now active vibrations of light. And we will be preparing you in this next 10 days. You now, with the 12 corridors of 12 galaxies, of 12 beyond the beyond masters, who you are. Tap in to your crystal codes, your crystal seeds, and just me. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for listening. Higher states of freedom, knowing oneness in the body expands into all heartbeats, seeds to the intelligence in its final seeds connects through love, light from the palm and the light in the center point taps, waves its light and its love. Essence, no, my am, and is. Thank you for being here tonight. Solstice at the Trinity Church in Scarborough at 41 Bayview. You click on to the IamInfiniteAll.com. There will be a new newsletter coming out for solstice activations of information. It's done.